Hey guys, welcome back to that mini painting garage. Today I will be showing you how to convert units out of just bits and bobs. So I'm working on an Stallion army, and so I've made these guys out of just bits and bobs. I've got a ton of knight bits, some pistolier bits, and some other bits. Okay. And I used some Bastion horses. So Bastion is, I think, 172 scale, or it's bigger than 25 millimeter scale, but it works for what I do. So this might be a longer or shorter video, I'm not sure. I'm just gonna put stuff together and see what sticks. I've got a couple sprues of Bastion horses. Got a bag of Imperial Knight and Pistolier bits. And a piece of wood. Now for what we have for the bits, we also have some toy chain that I just have. And I have my Empire bits box too. So that's something I can use too. So we've got a ton of knight bits. We've got quite a few lances. We've got some horse heads for Empire armored horses. Got legs. We've got some torsos, if I can find one. I'm sure it'll pop up. I've got I think this is a Reichsguard captain helmet. I've got one of those, and I've got something that looks similar. I've got a cape or two. Oh, here's a body. Here is a body. Sorry, let's let this focus. But there's a body. Got the toy chain I was talking about. This is just from a pirate ship, I believe. Got quite a few shields. Some on sprue. Then I've got some mini shields from the Empire State Troops. Those I like quite a bit. I just think they're better shields for cavalry because I wouldn't want to be lugging around a huge shield for what I do. So we've got all sorts of stuff like that. I'm going to convert one or two guys here today. So I've got a standard, I've got a captain, and I've got a banner guy, bugler. This is made from a ton of parts. I'm going to use a Bastion horse, I think. Unless I could use one of these. This is a Perry horse. Got him kicking around. This is just going to be a video of me using all the stuff I've got kicking around to make a unit. And so hopefully you guys do the same. So I'm just going to put a Bastion light horse together. So we're just going to put... This is a light horse. So the sprue that I've got, like, tons of has 2 heavy cavalry, which are these guys. Not the body. This is a Kitbash. But it's got 2 of these, and it's got 2 of these, which are light cavalry. So these aren't I think they're about the same size, but these aren't as heavily armored. They also have torsos. So I'm going to use those torsos so I can build a guy. The head comes separately, though I don't think I'm going to use that head because the Bastion horses aren't that detailed. So I am now at a bit of a thing where I could lob that head off and put an Empire horse head on it. I keep forgetting where the camera is. So I could lob that off. So I think I'm going to do that because I've got tons of the Bastion horses. So generally, it's not that big of a deal lobbing that off. Bit messy, but I can fill that in with baking soda. I've got some super glue, some clippers, and baking soda. I lost my knife. I don't think this looks too bad. I'm gonna... Obviously, the seam, it does look bad, but I don't think the head looks too bad. So these are gonna be mercenary knights. So, like, they're like second sons from, like, Game of Thrones and stuff like that. And so... I'm just gonna fill this gap all the way with baking soda. It might look a bit gritty, but... do that. I've also got some armor plates from an old War Machine kit that I've been putting just to fill things out. I'll show you that in a second. I haven't gotten the handle of editing yet, so I would edit me covering this thing in glue. So this is the armor plate. This is from, I think, some Crix guys that I'm using as whatchamacallits, not whatchamacallits, but great candy bar. But I'm using them as grave guard, because I kind of like them. I think this looks fine. If I could find them, I also have some Perry-mounted men-at-arms, like, armor plates, too. I've got tons of armor plates. So, like, these are going to be later knights, when the time chivalry was dead, hence why this guy's got a repeater pistol. But, so I'm just converting him. I'm just going to put, I think I'm going to put this head on him. I think that's a frog helmet and a bunch of other stuff. Pardon me if these names are wrong. Just got all sorts of bits and bobs just laying around. I'm going to put an Empire Reichsguard Lance on. I don't think they're Reichsguard. I think they're just Empire Knights, so you could use them as Knights of the Blazing Sun. I'm going to use these for my own thing, because I like to stay off script. I just think it adds a bit. It's one of my maybe likable traits. But I'm not going to make my... I like to, like, and even when I do my own stuff, I do it very obscure. So, like, like, on book stuff, I like to keep it very obscure. So, like, I'm doing a Stallions, which I do think are pretty obscure. I started doing them before they were popular. A lot of people are doing a Stallions now, especially because the War Games Atlantic Conquistador kit came out. So I just put the frog helmet on him. Starting to look good. Looking at the side, talking to his buddy while he's on the battlefield. I don't think that's a good idea, but let him be him, right? I'm not gonna chastise him for being him. But at the same time, I've got one of these, which looks very Wars of the Rosy, I think. I like this helmet more, so I'm gonna put that on him. I like this helmet more. I think this looks good. Now, I got a bits bag of stuff from my dad. Unfortunately, I can't use my favorite War Games Factory bits right now. Anyone sees this, they're gonna think, well, that's why he's so energetic. So, I'm just looking for... Let's stick this sword on him. This is from a Empire Knights 2. Sticking it the wrong way. Stick it on the horse. Like that. Just checked and we're at the 10-minute mark. So these are mercenary knights. So they're not going to be very nice. Not that most knights are, given just how things have been lately. Not like nowadays. A lot of knights are in prison nowadays. But, see, I've got a ton of these. It's just, as I said in another one of the videos, I don't remember. I think it was my stallion video. You use the same bit on guys, it's not that special, and I've used this helmet holding bit twice on these knights, on this unit. And both of those guys are unhelmeted. So this guy is helmeted. So I'd have to explain away it as something else. But I like the way these look quite a bit. Especially with the bastion bodies and stuff like that. I'm trying to find a arm. Oh, here we are. It's a bit skinnier. But it's got chainmail, but maybe this guy armored one arm. And I think during the Renaissance, asymmetric armor was pretty popular I think. And if not, you know what? Where it's popular? Estalia. I think also mercenary knights aren't always nobles, I think. They might also be lowborn. So maybe they just took what they could find. Found a dead knight, took whatever he had. And I'm gonna make this video 20 minutes maybe. But took what he had. I don't like that little arm. You know what I really want right now? I would really want right now one of those Bretonnian shoulder shields. So I can hide the tiny arm. This is just made out of bits laying around. Probably have 7 of these knights that are complete. 7 sets of legs and 7 torsos. But I don't want 7 guys. And with this bits pile I have here, part of the mind is the mean, that's for another video. Oh, if you keep up with me on Facebook, I'll put my Facebook in the description if you want. This is probably how you found my video. But I posted that I got Midas the Mean. I can grab him because he's nearby. I'm painting him as a king's consultant for my stallion army. So he's probably the second most powerful man in Stalia. Pardon the shiny golden armor. But hey, I'm going to put a flesh wash on that, so it's not going to be that obnoxious. Okay, if I can't... Oh, I know what'll cover it. Cover the tiny armor shield. Thinking. I've got these shields on sprue. This would cover it the best, I think, because it's the biggest. Can't really use this one because it's some Reichsguard shield, I believe. Or it's got a cross that I think is Holy Roman Empire. I'm saying, even though these signals represent... I think these represent the death of Sigmar, because I'm doing a Sack of Rome game, where my Stallions are attacking the Pope, or it's going to be some high bishop of Sigmar in this game, but... Hide this with a shield. See, I think this guy looks great. Just putting little random bits together. I've been kitbashing for a few years now. I want to find him a base. Give me a second. like kit bashing. I think it's a very important part of the hobby sometimes. But put them on something later. So I really like this guy. Not loving the thing in the front, but what can you do? You know what I could do? Shield just fell off, so I gotta glue that on. I don't know if YouTubers tell you, but it's really hard to work on camera. I think it's a skill they get, but it's very hard to work on camera. Very hard. See, like, because you can't really see what you're doing if you've got... Because I'm using a tablet to record, that's why it's so poor quality. But my thought was, instead of doing that, I do this, put this in the front, and then use, as I said, one of my favorite bits, no, that makes it look too small. You shouldn't really touch things that I think look good. It's always my thing. See, I think every figure I have, I've kit bashed. Unless it's like a plastic kit and I'm just following the plastic kit. But like, almost every figure I have, I've kit bashed. See, like, even Midas the Mean was a kit bash. If you notice, I've put one of my favorite bits, a shield from the Sigmarites. This guy looks way yellower on camera. He's not that yellow. But, see, I think this looks too small. So I'm going to put the other one on him. Tell me in the comments if you like the Bretonnian Knights or the Empire Knights more. I would love to know. I've been blathering on. I might show you how I paint these in another video. Ooh. I'll just stick a Sigmar Free Guild sword on him. Not the new Free Guild, the old Free Guild. That are like also Empire. Just stick this on him. Call it a little dagger. I also like how big these Bastion horses are. Because I think a normal, puny little, like the Perry horses wouldn't be able to carry a fully armored guy who's probably 200 pounds regular. And probably another, I don't know how much like plate mail weighs, but like probably at least 600 pounds with the plate mail. And all the gear and all that stuff. So I don't think a regular horse would be able to carry a 600-pound guy. I'm probably completely overestimating that. Why don't we just stick them on this for the time being, just so I can stand them up. Yeah, that looks horrible. See, so I'm just going to show you him again. Tell me what you think about this. The little thing on top. I kind of like it. It makes him look taller. Should probably clean this guy up. But other than that, that's a 6th knight. Probably gonna bang out probably 4 more of these with the bits that I have. So thank you for watching the video. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. And I will see you in the next video. Goodbye.